Uh, I was around like let's see, maybe like 10 when I first played it, 9 or 10 maybe. On consoles, man, oh my gosh! I remember. Okay, we were at like Walmart or Target or something, and this is back when, like parents protect you from whatever. Like, oh, that game's rated M. There's blood. There's this or that or whatever. And it was rated T, and I wasn't allowed to play them. And so my little trick, I guess, was well, they had three of them on the display, or whatever. They had the Xbox one, the PlayStation 2 one, and the GameCube one. The Xbox one looked the most evil. Like it had like Spawn. I think it had like Nightmare on there too, and it was all red. So my strategy was like, okay, I'm gonna ask my mom, but I'm gonna pick the GameCube one because at that time, Link or Zelda, I was really into Zelda too. So and she knew Link, so I figured, well, hey, she'll recognize the character and be like, oh, that's Link, and she'll let me play it, and it worked. Anyways, I got home and I was playing through or whatever, and well, fuck. Okay, what else can I talk about? Um, okay, yeah, I remember. Well, my dad used to take me to this place called Lamppost. It was like this pizza place, and it had like arcades. It had great pizza, lively area, whatever the fuck. But it had an arcade in the corner. Oh my gosh, that was the best place to be. Yeah, it had everything, everything. It had Metal Slug, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 2, Time Crisis, Point Blank, NFL Blitz, Crazy Taxi, Dynamite Cop. I had Dynamite Cop. Uh, all sorts of the classic, like just great games. And one day I was there playing my little Metal Slug or whatever, trying to beat it on a quarter. And I don't know where my dad uh, comes to Lamppost and he's wheeling in this giant like arcade cabinet. I don't know what the heck it is. It says Soul Calibur on the side of it. It's like, what the heck is that? I see like all the designs. There was a poster on it too. They had like the designs of like Nightmare and Valdo with his little thing, and I forget who else was on the site, but it looked interesting. So I'm like, okay, like whatever. I'm just gonna keep playing my Metal Slug. Wait for them to plug it in, dude. When they plugged it in, man, that machine was so loud. Like it could be a full house and like all these like fans. It was a sports bar too, so like they had like baseball games playing, and football teams would come in and just whatever celebrate. It would be a full house plus the arcade going off like crazy, plus a game like a football game being played on the TV. And you could still hear the Soul Calibur machine like over everything. It wasn't until then where I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go check it out. And it was in the back corner, and I'm like sneaking over there, like just to go see what's up. And I wasn't even tall enough to play on the machine. I had to get a bench to play it. And so I got my little bench. I put my quarter in, and oh my god, like I don't even have music playing. Damn it, I forgot that element. Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? There's uh what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I got my bench and I put my quarter in, and the opening cinematic starts playing, and it just blew me away. I had never seen anything like it, like up to that point, ever. Like it was so sick. Like the music was all booming and epic. Had like scenes of like Mitsurugi like running on the boats and like getting. He's like he's challenging the rifle. Like the rifle was just like the gun was just coming out, and I guess to him like he was like a purist like samurai guy. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick to the sword or whatever. And he's running over the boats and he's getting shot. Boom, boom, and he keeps going. And he lifts his sword up. Boom, and he blocks a bullet. And then he just jumps up. Boom, and you see the rifleman like and then just he's all like like all like epic, like all the water is all over him, sick. And there was so many scenarios, like it was just amazing. But the one that stuck out the most was when it started kind of like dying down a little bit, and the camera, or like the eagle or whatever, the crow, I don't know what the fuck it is like flying through this valley, and then all of a sudden like it opened it opens up into this big expanse, and it's just one giant mountain, and it starts circling up the mountain, and then up there like you see like Nightmare like from the side, long red hair, the spiky helmet, the like satanic red eyes, giant mutated arm, and his like big old sword. It's all thundering too and rainy. He was, oh my god, he looks so menacing. And see, a little crow comes and drops a thing, and he's looking at it, and he's like surging with power, like whatever, like harnessing whatever. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was just like amazing. But anyways, press start, I start playing or whatever, it blew me away. Like sound effects, like when you would miss a move. I picked Valdo first, but like when you would like, when the other characters would miss a move, like you move out of the way, and the sword would hit the ground, and like it was just like big and booming and epic, like clashing of steel, epic music playing in the background, like upbeat, like getting you like into it. It was so cool. But anyways, okay. Soul Calibur 2 is more than a game for me because, alright, Soul Calibur 2, okay, keep in mind I was like 10 when I first played it, like at my house. Like, oh my gosh, it was more than a game because it teaches you stuff. Like as you're playing, like you start noticing things about the characters and what they're doing, like why they're fighting and stuff like that. Through the characters, through the storyline, is where I first learned what things like honor and pride meant, and good things, bad things, things like greed and despair. That's a lot for a 10-year-old to, I guess, experience. Like whatever, like seeing all the characters like portray this attribute about them, like that, it was so cool, like to see that. Like you had like Mitsurugi, who's like this lone samurai slash like all honorable like guy, and then you had like Maxi, who was vengeance, and like Nightmare, whose description I remember it being the lost soul. And I remember like you see that when you're like a little kid, and you think to yourself like, oh, that sounds cool. But like as you get older and you start like realizing things, like that title, like the lost soul, like it holds a lot of weight. And anyways,